force it.
So if you look up at the board, we have 3 more days we're spending on this section. But if you guys would find example 6, that's where we are at today. I also wanted to point out, did you guys know, does this look like where we left off? Does that look right? Is it right?
Yeah.
Okay. So another thing over here on the board, next Tuesday is the end of term 5. So then we have to have grades in. So anything that you are missing, test, quiz, homework, everything has to be turned in by next Tuesday at 3:30, okay? And some of you have more than one quiz. Some of your grades right now are not looking very good, and you have from now till next Tuesday to take quizzes, turn in homework, whatever it may be to get your grade out, okay? All right, so let's take a look at this, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So what we're doing today is we are looking to solve for an angle. The angle that we are looking for, they will say in the directions. So you can use this way. We could find angle A or angle B in this triangle, but in this case, for all of these problems, they'll tell you which angle to find, and in this one it's B. So what I do here is I go to angle B and I mark that angle, okay? Then you are given 2 sides in these problems. And what you're gonna do is mark what sides those are. So if you look at angle B, this side is across from it. So what do we call that?
Opposite.
Opposite. And then what do you call the side that is between your angle and the right angle?
Adjacent.
Adjacent. Okay. Then you're gonna come over here and you're going to look at, is it sine, cosine, or tangent? And in this case, it's tangent because we have the opposite side and the adjacent side. So what I would say here then is I would go tangent of angle B. Tangent is opposite over adjacent, okay? And then I'm gonna substitute in what I know. Sorry about that. Okay, so the opposite side is 14. The adjacent side is 8, okay? On Friday, we were looking for a side, and I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but we did cross products to do that. That is when you're looking for one of these 2 things. In this problem, we are looking for the angle. When you are looking for the angle, anytime you do second tan. And it actually looks like this, you guys. If you do it on your calculator, it looks like tangent -1, and then you would take tangent -1. What that's called is inverse tangent. And how we put that in our calculator is we're finding the measure of angle B. Tangent -1 and tangent cancel each other out, so we're left with angle B. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna type this in as second tan. A parenthesis is going to come up on our calculators, and then we're gonna go 14 divided by 8. And you don't even have to put a parenthesis after that if you don't want to. Okay? What's that? That means measure of angle B, which is what we're looking at. Okay? So now, guys, we're gonna wanna look at our calculator. And if you don't get the same answer as me, remember your calculators have to be in degree mode. And if they're ever getting a different answer, that could be the thing. So what I'm gonna do here is go second tan, and then I type in 14 divided by 8, enter. And what you should get is an angle between 1 and 89. If you got something super small, like if you got for your angle 0.872, that's wrong. The only thing you should get for an angle is a number that's above 1 and less than 90.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Would we have to write all that out, or could we just do it on our calculator and get the answer?
You could write this and then this,
Okay.
and that would be okay. So that's 60.26 degrees. Okay? All right, now if we go down to this one, again, the directions tell us, Dawson, are you paying attention? Remember, you have to know how to do this. So we're gonna mark angle B, okay? And then we have two sides that are there. And what we have to look at is, what sides are we given? What do you call the side across from the right angle? The hypotenuse. And then what do you call the side that's between the right angle and our angle?
Adjacent.
Adjacent. And then we want to think about what trig function deals with adjacent and hypotenuse, and it's cosine, okay? Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So what I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna say cosine of B equals, adjacent is 7, hypotenuse is 39, okay? Adjacent is 7, hypotenuse is 39. So then what I do is I do that inverse cosine of both sides. You don't have to show that step, but basically what you're gonna do then is these cancel and you end up with measure of angle B, and you're gonna type into your calculator second cosine, a parenthesis comes up, and then you're going to go 7 divided by 39, okay? 79.66?
Yep.
Thank you.
What is that? Is that degrees?
Yeah, that's degrees.
Do you have to set?
No, you wouldn't have to, okay? All right, now if I go down to this one, same thing. What I need to do here is I need to mark my angle B. Those of you that I really need paying attention are the ones not paying attention, okay? I hate to tell you guys, but if you're not at a 59.9 or above on the last day of school, you have to retake this, okay? And some of you have dug yourselves a hole it's gonna be hard to get out of. So you have to be trying in this class or you're not gonna pass, and then you're gonna be at summer school or night school or taking it over next year. All right, so we're looking for angle B, and we have this 25 and 30. What do you call the side across from your angle? Opposite. And what do you call the side in between your angle and a right angle? Adjacent. What trig function is that? That is cosine. So we're gonna go cosine of B equals, and cosine, the way I knew that I had to do that is because I have adjacent and opposite. Yeah, why did I do that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, this is hypotenuse. Now, that's cosine. So I'm gonna go cosine of B equals, the adjacent side is 25, the hypotenuse is 30, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do second cosine. So the measure of angle B is going to be second cosine, and you'll get a parenthesis, and then you go 25 divided by 30, okay? So if we go to our calculator to do that, if we go second cosine 25 divided by, guys, by 30, we're gonna get 33.56. Okay. Now, let's do one more. So this one, we're still finding measure of angle B, because that's what they asked for up above in the directions. So I'm finding this angle, okay? Is the 12, what do you call the 12 if it's between your right angle and the angle that's marked? Adjacent. And what do you call the side that's across from your right angle? Isn't that hypotenuse? So what trig function is adjacent over hypotenuse? Cosine. So we're gonna go cosine of angle B. You could skip this step, but cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. And then I'm gonna substitute it in, and I wanna see this step, so it'd be 12 over 15. Gentlemen. And then what you're gonna do when you're looking for the measure of angle B is you're gonna go second cosine, and then you just go 12 divided by 15. Okay? So our answer when we plug that in, did anyone get an answer?
36.87.
Okay. Do you guys agree with that? 36.87? Okay. Your assignment today is you're going to see,
Oh my God.
so there is a worksheet that's in Schoology. You guys, it's 9 points, calm down. Or 9 problems, I mean, that's it. So there's a worksheet that is saved in Schoology. There, it's a link, you go to it and you do those 9 problems, okay? And I believe the key for it is on Schoology also.
Wait, so is any of this in the book?
No, this is all on that worksheet.
Okay. What's the max?
Sound good?
So that's good.
Should I turn it in?